If you're an agent that can't or won't invest money into leads and wonder how to find insurance prospects without spending a dime on purchase leads, then this video is for you. Today I'm going to show you my 3 top strategies to generate insurance prospects without spending any money at all on leads. My name is David Duford, owner of Duford Insurance Group, where I train and recruit agents nationally to sell things like final expense and Medicare, both face-to-face and over the phone. And the purpose of today's video is really to give you 3 major tips, major strategies, if you will, on how to generate insurance prospects without the need to invest in leads. While I love investing into leads, that's how our final expense and Medicare systems work, there are strategies to not necessarily have to buy leads in order to make insurance sales. These are kind of some unusual tips, I guess you can say. They rely on a couple of strategies that are time-tested and definitely work for those who implement it fully. So if you're in this position, let's go ahead and get ready to take some notes and learn what you can. So the first strategy is warm market prospecting. What is warm market prospecting? Very simple. It's simply relying on your friends, family, neighbors, and business acquaintances to either sell insurance to or to get referrals to sell other people insurance too. Now, a lot of people these days have kind of pushed back against the warm market strategy, myself included many years ago. But the thing is that it actually works incredibly well if you do it in the right way. Of course, a lot of people don't want to go this route because there's such a predominance of multi-level marketing out there that uses the same strategy. People stop having their friends call them. They're afraid to get pitched on some, magic potions or creams, or even family just kind of mysteriously disappears into the ether. So, there's kind of some concern not to call on friends and family. But it's all in how you do it, much like everything in life. It's not the act of doing it that's bad, it's how you do it that makes it acceptable. So I'm going to kind of share with you my advice on if you're thinking about, maybe selling some insurance to family and friends, how to do it in a way that they won't get rid of you. So the first thing is that you should call up your family and let them know that you're an insurance man, and just let them know that if they had any concerns or if they were wondering if, how insurance works and would just like a complimentary review, you would love the opportunity to show kind of what work that you do without any kind of pressure to push on them to buy from them. You don't want to take friends or family for granted and objectify them monetarily as it is. But I think it's completely fine to go to them and say, hey, I'd love to just show you what I'm doing. I don't expect for you to buy from me or anything like this. I need to practice to show how things work. And you'll get a lot of people who are sympathetic to your cause that want to help you out. So one of the reasons the friends and family network approach to free lead generation, if you will, for insurance prospecting works and has worked for decades is because a lot of people want their friends and family members to succeed. And they need life insurance too. Most people don't have enough. And this is a great opportunity to do 2 things simultaneously. 1, take care of their matters, and 2, do it with friends or a family member that they love and want to see succeed. So these are easier sales you should be going after. You want to get in front of these prospects, and again, don't push them to buy. See what they're doing, show them what you do, see if there's any interest in it that they maybe want to purchase. And I think that what you'll find is a lot of these prospects will end up buying. And it's a great way to get started and to make cash flow and to get some starting success with a prospect that really doesn't have as much trust or rapport building issues as a lot of your prospects would if you had purchased leads. So the second option here is actually referral marketing. So this is where you go to your warm market or centers of influence and generate referrals from them. So the second tiered strategy when you're generating referrals or going to your warm market is to ask them for referrals. This is something that goes hand in glove with warm market strategy. When you show them what you do, and whether you help them out or not, you should always ask your warm market, who else do you know that may benefit from this? Can you give me a name or 2 names of a family member, a friend in the business, etc.? And if you do this at every call and make it a goal of getting 1 to 2 names, you will not run out of people to talk to. You'll have an ever-growing list of prospects, and you'll find that you can continually prospect without this need of having to, go purchase leads or something like that. You could also become a center of influence as well. Maybe you go and join a BNI club, or maybe you join some type of fraternal organization or some community service organization. And you don't necessarily leverage that relationship immediately. You provide service first, and eventually people start to ask what you do. Word gets around what you do, as you do a good job, and the business eventually naturally comes. But you have to go to those organizations with an intent to help first, and then receive the benefits reciprocated, which always happens after the fact, after you give first. Number 3 on the list here is targeted cold calling. So let me kind of justify exactly why targeted cold calling is a great strategy. You can certainly cold call and just go walk down Main Street and call on businesses or some random neighborhood, and you'll get prospects. But I think if you're going to cold call, you might as well give yourself a slight edge in some respects to talk to certain groups of people that we know statistically are probably more inclined to hear your offer on insurance. So for example, let's give you some ideas of some targeted markets that we can go after that would be perfect for cold calling. The first that comes to mind is what we call the T65 market. Generally speaking, this is who we sell Medicare policies to. So if you're an agent interested in Medicare, go see people who are turning 65 in the next 1-2 months to 3 to 4 months. These are people who are looking and feel like they've got to buy a Medicare plan. You'll also find opportunities to cross-sell final expense, to cross-sell annuities, and maybe some dental plans and that kind of thing. So this is a stage of life where our clients are getting into retirement. And going to these people now is a very high odds opportunity that these are people who are good leads that have interest, that will at least buy Medicare, if not something else. Also, you can go after business owners or a specific type of business owner, maybe a farmer, maybe a kind of a blue collar type of background, or perhaps you go after new homeowners because they just bought a house, they're in debt, more likely to buy life insurance because they've created a need to have it. This, I believe, is a superior method than just straight cold calling without any sort of aim. And I think you're going to make more sales and get more reception because of this particular strategy. So bottom line, 3 tips to sell insurance without buying leads. Number 1, work your warm market. It's definitely worth considering. And if you do it the right way without being pushy, a lot of those people will buy. Number 2, obtain referrals from your warm market sales or become a center of influence. Keep the referral train going. Referrals are the best source of leads, so you might as well work to get them. And number 3, do targeted cold calling to the right businesses or groups of people in life transitions that represent a high odds opportunity to sell insurance. I hope you enjoyed this training. If you do, please subscribe and like the video. If you have any comments below or any ideas on other ways to market, certainly leave them below as long as it's for free. And if you haven't yet, check out my website if you're interested in joining an organization to sell something like final expense in Medicare. You can click the link above and below. It'll take you to my website where you can learn more about what it's like to work with me. My name is David DeFord. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time. Thank you.